What up, YouTube? This is Caliber 72. That beat you hear in the background is Dance to the Drummer's Beat. 1978. Herman Kelly and Life. This is one of the greatest break beats ever in hip hop. This is not a hip hop song, but it's a classic hip hop break beat. See, a lot of the youngins today don't know nothing about a break beat. Hence the reason for this video. We're gonna talk about hip hop. Those are called bongos and congas. Yeah, that was Dance to the Drummer's Beat. That's the first beat that I ever kicked a freestyle to. Not writing, just off the brain, just making up shit as you go. The way it used to be. They kind of do it nowadays. It's kind of, the freestyle is coming back. It's been coming back for a couple of years, you know what I'm saying? But it's not the same. See, hip hop. I'm surfing YouTube, looking at a few videos here, a few videos there, and I'm watching a Smith & Wesson video. I was watching Bucktown and Let's Get It On, Sessions at the Dog Hilly, you know, songs from The Shining, 1995. Classic album. Personally, I think it's one of the most slept on albums in hip hop history. It's one of those albums that a lot of people didn't gravitate to. For whatever reason, I have no idea, because it was, The Shining was a great album. Big up Smith & Wesson. Anyway, like I said, I'm searching different videos, whatever, looking at a couple of Busta Rhymes joints, here and there. Ran up on some stuff with about 50 Cent and the Rick Ross thing and SOULJAH Boy, this, that, and the third, and looking at a few comments, and every time on almost every hip-hop related video, somebody comes in, they throw a jab at SOULJAH Boy, say that SOULJAH Boy is not real, and then they'll bring up greats like Rakim or Nas or Jay or different people, you know, those sorts, whatever. Say that's real hip hop, quote unquote. What is real hip hop? Because Kwame was real hip hop. De La Soul was real hip hop. And De La Soul caught a lot of hip when they came out. When they did, it was the Daisy Age thing. Just know that people was calling them hippies, even though they weren't. You know, and Tribe Called Quest and the whole Native Tongue thing. You had Heavy D, 2 Live Crew, me being from Miami, got to shout out my boys. You know, Ice-T on the West Coast, NWA. You got what's the boy's name? Rodney O and Joe Cooley. West Coast legends. You know. You got Common when he was Common Sense, when he made I Used to Love Her. Just know whatever. Hip hop has all kind of different music and different sounds and different expressions from different artists. That's what made hip hop so special. You know, it's like when Run DMC came out, Adidas shell-toe sneakers were just a pair of shoes. Then all of a sudden they got an idea to take shoelaces out, made it hip hop. Some people had fat shoestrings. You know the big fat shoestrings? Put them in shoes. That made it hip hop. Now hip hop is kind of, go. I've been told you to go to bed. Go ahead. Nowadays, hip hop more or less has to be spoon fed to you youngins. You go to the store and you buy something that's already quote unquote hip hop approved. You know, be it Sean John, be it G Unit Clothing, be it Rockaware, be it True Religion, Red Monkey Jeans, Bathing Ape, whatever. You go out there and you buy these clothes and you spend ignorant amount of money. I can't see myself spending $295 or $500 for a pair of jeans. I'm just not going to do it. It don't make no sense to me. But that's what you do. You do what you do. But you have to have hip hop ready made for you. You youngins nowadays. I'm not knocking what SOULJAH Boy do, because SOULJAH Boy is making a lot of money doing what he's doing, and he's expressing what's hip hop to him. I or no one can sit there and say that what SOULJAH Boy is doing is not hip hop. SOULJAH Boy is just as hip hop as Rakim. He's just as hip hop as Nas. He's just as hip hop as NWA, Ice Cube, Dr. Dre, Eminem, so on and so forth, and all that. I don't like his music. I think his music sucks. Even when I was 15, 16 years old, I would have said that shit sucked. I came up, I was 14 years old in 1986. I was born in 1972. My first concert was Beastie Boys, LL Cool J, Two Live Crew, Run DMC was the headliners. Who else was on that stage? Too Short was on that stage. Ice-T was on that stage. Slick Rick. This is my first concert. Houdini. That's when they had the Back in Black album with Funky Beat and One Love, I'm a Hoe, stuff like that, whatever. This is my first concert. That's 8 people right there. That wasn't even all of them. It was a couple more people too. But it was 8 people on that one ticket. The ticket cost $17. That was 1986. You'll never see another concert like that again. 8 people in hip hop. Everybody had an album. Everybody was somewhat big on one stage at a show. It'll never happen again. You'll be lucky to get 3, maybe 4, and the ticket's gonna cost you anywhere from $100 to $200. And everybody on the bill, with the exception of the headliner, might not be all that great. It's just a chance you got to take. I want to know what y'all think about hip hop then versus now. Because like I said, when I was doing it, well, I still do hip hop because I'm hip hop. I'm always going to be hip hop to the day I die. It's just the way I walk, talk, breathe, shit, eat, everything I do in some way is hip hop. Even the way I move my hands, it's just, hip hop is in me. But I can't sit there and say that a 15-year-old or a 16-year-old that likes Lil Wayne or likes SOULJAH Boy or likes the Stanky Leg or whatever, so on and so forth, I can't say they are not hip hop. They are just a different form of hip hop from me. But I will say this: hip hop today is soft. And when I say soft, I mean that it's not as authentic as it was back in the day. Like I said, you got to be spoon-fed. Stuff got to be ready-made for you. If it's not on the radio, you don't pay attention to it. Back in the days, we didn't have rap music on the radio, period. We had to go get it. You know, we heard it at the parties. We heard it at the jams in the park, you know, at the clubs, and just whatever. But you didn't hear rap music on the radio. Now, it's the only thing that's on the radio, pretty much. And it's all not great. It's stagnant. It's repetitive. It's redundant. The thing that made, I'd say from 88 to 94, probably in that block, was hip-hop's greatest period, because everybody was doing something different from the other person, and there was always somebody new that was coming out that was totally different from somebody else. When NWA had something come out, you knew it was NWA. When Ice-T came out with something, you knew it was Ice-T. You knew it was Run DMC. You knew it was De La Soul. You knew it was Jungle Brothers. You knew it was Two Live Crew. You knew it was the Ghetto Boys. You automatically knew. As soon as you heard the record, nobody had to tell you who it was. All you needed to know was when it was coming out. That's all you need to know, and you was gonna rush out and get it. Back in the day, there used to be certain people like, if Scarface to this day, if he comes out with a record, I don't need to hear it. I just go and get it because I know what Scarface is going to give me. You know, I don't need to hear. Now, if I listen to somebody, I gotta hear at least about 3, 4, 5 tracks before I even consider buying it, because I don't want to waste my money, because now an album nowadays, you lucky if you get 3 different decent tracks. I'm gonna end that right now on this point, because you know how YouTube is with the little 10-minute thing, whatever, so on and so forth. But rate, comment, subscribe, and I want to hear some video responses from the older folks, and especially the younger folks, of what y'all think about hip hop today versus yesterday. Deuces.